Okay, so I'm looking at the document. Um, what's the serpent scale armor?
It's a medium armor, 14 plus dex, max 2. It is an uncommon armor made of shimmering scales. While wearing it, you can apply your full dexterity modifier instead of the plus 2, actually, of the maximum 2 when determining your armor class. So it also does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks. So it's 14 dex armor that gives you plus all your dex to your. So it's medium armor that
Okay,
acts like light armor essentially.
nice. I'll uh,
Question.
I'll go ahead and swap that
Sorry.
out for mine.
Okay, what's your dex?
+3.
Okay, so you have 17 dex now, or 17 AC.
Yay.
The books from the Wizards Guild of the Sword Coast are the books that I've been studying, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I would like to, when I was studying the last bit of books, when I failed to comprehend, I wanted to put them in my bag of holding to read
Okay.
later.
You put them in. You all notice that the earth very, very slightly the grove seems to be shaking.
Mm.
Yeah, I would run upstairs and re-grab my purse and bring it with us.
I think it's time for us to leave.
Yeah. You got that, kid?
Yep.
Boogie?
As you guys leave, you see, as you exit the door, the ground here, here, and here. One second, I'll make symbolic representations. As you guys walk outside, you see 3 pods begin to. Hold on, let me bring everyone over here.
Initiative? What the? Hey, Boogie.
You
Yay, new
guys
armor.
see
Do you have to
3
attune to it?
pods beginning to form as they come up out of the ground, pushing dirt, these large seed pods. And the wood, the curved, elven looking wood, falls forward on the far left hatch. And falling out, you see the corpse of some humanoid that seems dirty and raggedy, covered in blood, veins up to its eyes blackened out. Looks like it died very painfully. This female druid laying there with long hair. The one here opens as well, and you see crumbling another body falling out of the sea pod, dead on the floor. Another druid-esque looking younger female. And then this pod opens, and when it opens, you see a very calm faced person look out, see you, eyes widen, throws her hands up above her head, and her pod disappears, leaving the other 2.
We're good guys.
You guys would have but a reaction to. Do you guys have any reactions that you would like to use or no?
Nope.
So
I would
there's,
probably yell out, "Wait!"
and you get the impression that yeah, the person in the middle did not seem. The look on their face was all business. It was very unemotional, very on a mission. Saw you and then disappeared. The 2 pods here now with the fallen druids.
Do I
I'm gonna look-
recognize the type of disappearance?
It looked like she reused the pod spell.
Ah, okay.
Do they look like the description of the druids that came through there before going to the mist?
What do you remember of their description?
I remember a mushroom-looking girl.
One of them does have quite a bit of mushroom stuff. Like it almost looks like spores coming out of her armor. Her hat even kind of shaped like a mushroom cap.
That doesn't bode well.
Who's got the scroll of identify?
That's for objects, not people. Amos is gonna walk forward, and is the grove reacting to them? Are they like trying to take in their bodies like they've done previously, or are they just sitting there?
As you look around, it seems like the grove is crumbling. The shaking's getting a little bit worse. The rocks on the sides of the stones surrounding the grove are beginning to give way. It seems like even the walls of the tower behind you are beginning to kind of cave away.
And they're definitely dead. They're gone.
Yeah, they're dead.
Do they look recently dead?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Anyone checking out the bodies?
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm
I
checking
rolled a
out
nat
this
1. Plus 7, so 8.
20, 24.
Oh, good. Someone's dice loves
14.
them.
Let me see if I got 15, 16.
7.
I got 16.
So, Emus, Bezoit. Okay, what'd you get?
7.
Okay, Emus, Bezoit.
Wait, what's 8 get me?
You get nothing. You lose. There's all sorts of these like tiny little like cuts and scrapes, like across the ankles. Like whoever, it looks like some kind of small scratched up thing was attacking them, but then like the Achilles tendon is slit, the hamstring is slit, the tendon in the arm, like the swinging arm, is slit. Like it seems like whatever killed them took their time immobilizing them, toying with them, and you see this kind of large hole in the heart where there's this kind of necrotic energy coming out of, heading upwards, turning their veins black in their skin, their eyes kind of looking milky where the pupils are, and then black in the rest of it. Their skin looks pretty pale. Seems like they've been dead maybe. Roll an Arcana check because it's not natural.
Everybody?
Emus and Bezoit.
Yeah, I didn't notice all those grisly details.
Me neither.
7.
They're definitely dead.
They're fucked up, yeah.
I got a 4.
What'd you get, Emus?
7.
It's man, it could have been. It definitely looks magical for sure, but yeah, they look like they've been through some hell.
One of my favorite enemies is Fae. Does it look like maybe if some sort of Fae folks would have fucked them up?
Ooh.
Um,
Ranger Senpai.
it appears that as you're looking at it and thinking about that, having a suspicion that they might have been in the Feywild,
Oh,
or not Feywild. I'm so sorry. Having a suspicion that they might have been on in the mist.
I have that suspicion.
Yeah, sorry, Calamus has that suspicion. You do think that the way they were, it definitely fits. Yeah, some of their attacks feel like it could have been from a Fae, like a small, quick Fae, who are generally kind of mean spirited in battle. But the chest wound doesn't match anything you would know about Fae. At least doesn't seem Fae-ish.
I'm while I'm examining the cuts, uh, something small and with some level of intelligence did this. It looks like they were toyed with.
Agatha's coming over and looking. That looks painful.
Yeah, they definitely didn't have an easy time before their passing.
The tower behind you begins crumbling in on itself, kicking up dust.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess our comfortable sleeping has come to an end.
What if they come back? Maybe we should hang out here for a second?
You see this gemstone almost in unison with like the decay around in the grove. There's this kind of emerald green gemstone necklace that this one's wearing with the mushrooms, and it's like glowing and trying to like, but it's fading and fading. And when the tower collapsed, the stone that was kind of shining this kind of green light goes dark and becomes just a regular emerald on her necklace. Agatha turns and goes, "I'm out of here, dude," and starts running.
Okay. I just feel like we're kind of all right.
What's this bag?
That's one of the
That
bodies.
was the seed pods.
Oh.
You guys leaving the bodies?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like we should do something, but I'm not sure what to do.
I'm gonna put him in my bag of holding.
What?
Oh.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Why? If we
Why
leave him
are
here,
we
it's gonna be
taking them with
destroyed.
us?
I would like
Says-
to look. I know it's fucked up, but I would like to search their bodies for what they have. Even information, but also their stuff.
All right, make an investigation check.
Come on, dice. Don't let me down. 12.
You find an empty sheath, an empty quiver, an empty kind of strap on the back for what seems like a bow. You find pouches that seem like they were for coin that are empty. You find a book holster on her side that is gone. The book is gone. It seems like, other than her clothes and the amulet, she was stripped of everything.
Dang.
Emus is kind of looking like panicked, like he really wants to help, but he has no idea how to help, how he could possibly help. The sight of the decaying nature and the crumbling tree and seeing
So,
these dead people is freaking
as
him
you
out.
guys, yeah, as that's all happening, the grove around you is like crumbling. The trees are beginning to fall over. We're gonna need a skill check challenge at this point to get out.
All of us, even though I
Oh.
started running with Agatha.
I'm staying with the two in the back.
Oh.
Emus can easily get out, but
Yeah, and I have that flying broom in my bag of holding. I was just gonna whip out.
oh, I did not know that.
I guess Emus is gonna kind of helplessly turn and run. But
Yep.
he's definitely, as he's doing so, he is chanting a prayer.
Okay, skill check challenge. I need everyone to give me a skill. The trees are crumbling. The ground. So basically, here's what's happening. Everything's falling. Earthquakes are happening. The ground is tremoring beneath you. Rocks are sliding, falling. Seems like everything about the grove is collapsing.
All right. Before we get started on this, I have something I'd like to offer up. I have Land Stride. Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. And I also have blah blah blah. You have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement. However, on top of that, I also have natural. You have favorite train type. Blah blah blah. Your group can't become. Oh, sorry. When traveling. Oh, never mind. For when traveling an hour or more in chosen train. Never mind.
I
Never
feel
mind.
like I've learned so much.
Okay, never
I
mind.
know a lot of da da da.
Oh, never
have-
mind. Da da da. Oh, never mind. Da da da.
I have Lane Strider that I can use for myself, but I thought I could help the party with it, so never mind.
But I thought just like you being with the party, like people around you got the benefit of your favorite terrain.
I do, but only if we've been traveling for at least an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I stopped reading. I was like, oh.
Why would they even put these in the rules? Why the limitations?
But I still have moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement, and you can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them and without taking damage from them. You have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement.
Okay. Skill check challenge. What skills is everyone using as you guys are running out the grove towards the grove? You can see like the tunnel way to get in here. There's like small rocks beginning to fall towards. Like it's possible any moment the exit could be closed off.
Amos would like to use his perception to look for shifting terrain and falling trees and help guide the party. Call out, watch out for that tree or watch out for that boulder. It's about to give way as we run forward.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Roll a 20! 27.
Nice. Everyone else?
What did you roll for? What was your?
Perception.
I'm gonna roll for insight, so that everybody can be like sure-footed and know their path.
I think that's too close. That's what he's calling out people's path, making sure it's safe and stuff.
Well, I don't know what else I can use.
Do you want recommendations or do you want to brainstorm some more?
Recommendations.
You could use
Athletics?
insight to look around and maybe determine which trees are likely to fall next and give a warning in that way to assist his pathway calls.
Okay, then that's what I'll use my insight for.
Well, you
And,
can't use your insight for. Oh, never mind, never mind.
7, 8, 11.
Boogie Calamity?
I'm sorry. So far, what all has been used? Insight and
Perception.
Perception.
perception. Okay. I would like to use acrobatics to try and keep my feet steady.
You
Is
could
that
also
right?
use your acrobatics to as you're running around, dancing around, and you see someone start to lose their balance. You can kind of give them a quick little nudge to keep them on their feet.
Yeah.
I'm good at this, man.
Yeah, you are.
And
Well, it's
Boogie?
not gonna go well.
Athletics. If there's some branch in the way, or that's falling, I could push it.
Well, why you could use your acrobatics with your long arms as things
She
cross our
already used
paths.
acrobatics.
Oh, I thought that's what you said you were going to use.
Athletics.
What's your
Oh, you can.
athletics? What's your athletics, Boogie?
+7.
No, I mean, what was your roll? I need Calamity
Oh.
and Boogie's roll number.
7.
26.
I rolled a
That's a good
2.
roll.
I was thinking you could use your long arms to catch debris as they fall across our path and shove them out of the way.
Okay. Agatha is going to.
You can use your magical arcana to blast small rocks and stabilize other parts of ground as we pass. I don't know. I'm making shit up, but I'm having fun.
Yay.
Okay, so Agatha rolled an 18 to Arcana. The group average is 17.8.
Yikes.
So as the party begins running out, Emesh, you begin calling out, "Watch out there!" As ground begins to sift away and slide and shift, as almost like these tectonic plates are changing around. Like everything is changing. Trees begin crumbling down. Calamacy, you guys are able to, as a couple trees fall, push one. Agatha just nearly getting hit. You're able to dive past, do a barrel, like a little somersault, dodging another one. As you guys get to the entrance, Bezoit, you're able to call out another. You see as a tree begins falling, giving just enough insight. You guys are able to avoid it, but it's blocking the path. Another rock comes crumbling down. You watch as the bear is running out towards the exit, and this rock comes smashing into its head. It's smashing against the ground, flattened, and an instant death. But this, as it gets crushed,
Dang it. I
its
was gonna
head,
cast my bee speak with animals to be able to talk to it.
its head like bent backwards. The tree that had fell, Bezoit calling out. Boogie runs up, heaves it out of the way as the party runs past the bear, just narrowly missing as another large boulder comes crumbling down, sealing the entrance to the grove. With a pant and a sigh, you guys find yourself on the outside of the grove.
Side note that I just remembered I wanted to do is I think it would be beneficial for us to get like a tattoo that could do like a sending message or something so we didn't have to rely on the hoods.
Emus would be all about that life because he is still left out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. As you come out, greeted by this non-magically infused weather, it's a very overcasty day and it's very windy. It's probably 60, but feels like somewhere in the low 50s with the wind. There's a moisture in the air, but it's not raining. The wind is pretty loud, and it seems like it might storm later today.
Panting and huffing, Emus is gonna just kind of stand there in shock. What? What in Mistra's great light? What had this happened?
Did anyone grab the goblin?
Emus,
You
it's
had the goblin.
You have the
You
goblin.
had the goblin.
Oh, did I grab the goblin?
Did
I
you?
gave it to you.
You look down and do not see the goblin in your grasps.
Oh, Boogie.
You had lifted up the tree to move it.
Oh, no,
Well.
Emus is, yeah.
Oh. Should have been smart and stayed with us, I suppose.
What about those poor people? What happened to their grove? Did we do that?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
them dying played a major factor in that. We definitely didn't help it, but
Agatha starts crying. It was my fault. I broke the tree. It must have been the mother tree.
I don't think that was the case, Agatha. I think that Shantae's chosen are being killed off, and that has weakened it. I think their life force helped keep it a thing, and it's no longer able to hold it with partial team.
She nods. Do you have my sweet roll bag?
I do.
Can I have some?
Yep.
And she grabs a bag and pops up out 4 sweet rolls out and starts munching on them. As she eats, calming down more and more, her tears wiping away as she becomes a little bit more apathetic.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
maybe the remainders are still out there. Maybe we can find them and help them.
Man, we've got so much going on right now, though. We need to figure out what we're going to do with them goblins, and we need to protect the people in the city.
Right? Yeah. Priorities.
And it kind of sucks we can't keep that Amy there with.
So currently going on, we have the Shantae, whoever is remaining of them, probably still out in the mist doing whatever. We have the goblins that we provoked, and I do agree that we should probably handle them next. And now we have this amulet to deal with.
Well, no, I don't think that that Shanti's chosen are out in the mist anymore. I think that two out of the three are dead, and one is possessed, maybe.
Oh, I was thinking that the sending pod doesn't matter what realm, it somehow is connected to maybe that grove or wherever you choose to send them. She chose to send them there and herself. Realized it wasn't safe, sent herself somewhere else.
If you guys don't mind, real quick, and I'm just going to walk up to the class passage, and he's going to kneel down and close his eyes, and he's going to say a quick prayer.
What are you saying?
I wasn't going to say it out loud unless it mattered.
Always matters.
Boogie, I think I just argued your point. I agree with you.
Great.
Sorry.
What is it we need to do?
Emus is praying something.
What point do you agree with?
That the chosen probably are no longer within the mist.
Oh, gotcha. After that. Amos, can you just give me a vague who you're praying to, what you're praying
Sure.
about?
So, as always, he's going to treat that fuck, what's her name? Why can't I remember her name? Martrill.
Mikio?
As always,
Maliki?
Mikio?
Maliki.
Not
Thank you.
Maliki. Was it Maliki?
There's
fuck.
Mikiel.
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 That's what it was.
You can
Why
hear
can't
me,
I
right?
remember that? Wow.
Hey, Seth.
Man, maybe I should be drinking for this. What?
I just said Mikio like 5 times.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. All right, so he's gonna. So whenever Emus prays, he always includes Mikiel, like Mikiel's praying with me type of thing. Anyway, he's gonna reach out to Mistra, and he's going to basically just say some words of, if there is anyone available to help them, and give them, bless their souls, and make sure that in the afterlife that they are peaceful and at rest, and the ones that are still surviving have guidance, and that I really hope that we didn't cause this.
Roll a religion check, please.
17 plus 0 is 17.
At the end of your prayer, you feel as the wind blows and this moist air comes across, this kind of shiver go up your spine. And although it's sad, you get this feeling of kind of remorseful reassurance.
A little less shaken, Emus is going to stand up and turn around. Okay, well, whatever it is, I want to do something. I need to occupy my mind.
Agatha, on her third sweet roll, starts walking towards the ship. Oh, well, I guess we're heading to town. Is that the plan? Is everyone heading to town?
We're heading to
Yeah.
town.
I'm staying with
So,
the group. I'm not
as you
sure
guys
that
get
we
down-
need to go to town so much as decide between town and mine.
Well, either way, the town is on the way, right?
Yeah, well, let's head to the ship so we can figure out if Nico and Tammy are fine.
As you
That's
guys
on the
get
way,
down
right?
to the ship, you see it looks like some actual work being done today. There's a cart dragged in with a bit of lumber from the carpenter shop, some stacks of pre-cut wood, and you can hear the sounds of saws and hammering going on. Yeah. Seems like they're kind of below deck, though. You don't see anyone up above.
Just out of curiosity, does it sound like the number of people that we would that were out here yesterday, or is it there like more people than there were yesterday?
Make an insight check.
Not really required insight check. 7 plus. Where is it? Where's insight?
Middle of wisdom.
What? Intimidation, investigation,
Wisdom.
insight +7. Sorry, 14.
Sounds like there's maybe like 2 more people.
Okay. I was just curious if they like got more villagers out here working or something. That's all.
You know, I was kind of disappointed that Marie wasn't more of like a cool carpentry type chick. That she was kind of stupid.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know if she's learning her father's trade or not.
I don't think she is.
I agree.
Emus.
Oh no.
No, I'm just joking.
Jeez.
You're gonna be in some other dimension, and she's gonna come around the corner. Oh my god! I can't believe I found you here.
we're like fighting a Belrog or something, and it's like,
Kind of busy. Well, when you're done with that.
twirling her hair. Oh, I know. I don't mean to bother. Just. All right. So you guys are heading to town, passing the ship. Are you gonna stop at the ship, check on things, or are you just gonna keep going?
I would like to stop at the ship. No?
no, it's all you. We're just. What are you doing?
I thought
just-
we were talking to them.
I just would like to stop and see Nico and Tammy and fill them in on what happened, so they don't try to go back to the Grove. See their progress.
Okay. So
What do you
coming up
guys
to the
think?
ship, are you yelling out? Are you being like, "Hey," letting them know you're there or anything?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Go ahead and do that for me.
Hey, Nico, Tammy, you guys up there?
And you hear, "Ow! Shit! Yeah, coming. 1 second." And Nico and Tammy make their way up deck. Look out. Hey, what's up?
Man, we got some bad news to tell you guys. And then I fill
They-
them in
They
on
look
everything
back
that
and
happened.
they dismount and kind of come over. About a minute into you talking to them being away from work for about 5 minutes, you see Mr. Caldwell come up. You lazy sons that you're late to work and now you're taking a break talking while we're all busting our hides down here. And then you hear Marie call
Bill?
from below and goes, Daddy, is someone out there? And then you hear the hammering stopping, and Marie comes up and puts her hand on her as a visor. Emus! And gives a wave. And Mr. Caldwell looks back at her and kind of scorns it, looking at you kind of disapprovingly.
Emus, exhausted, bewildered, sad, a little put off. It just kind of stare at her through her, not really seeing her because he looks kind of out of it right now.
I told Daddy about you saving me from me hitting my head last night, and I just want y'all to know that he appreciates it. And he looks back and his face softens and he brings her in, kind of hugs her, and gives you a approving nod.
Yes, of course, it's only the right thing to do.
I'm gonna
You
say
get the impression that she definitely lied and lied well to her daddy on your behalf.
after I get done filling in Nico and Tammy, I'm gonna say, is there anything you guys need from us?
Nico looks very upset and discouraged. No. And Tammy nudges him. Yes, there is, dummy. The ship. They're supposed to be coming in sometime soon with supplies, and Mr. Caldwell said it'd be pretty easy to get those plates we were looking at. They carry some things like that. You think I should just get them? And then also, we have the plan for the balloon up top, but do you guys want would you guys like that rune magic on the back end to kind of propel forward? It's going to be a lot noisier, but it'd make the ship faster.
Well, are we going for stealth or are we going for fast?
I think we should go for Ema's kind of trying to take his mind off of things. Speak up. Well, I don't know. Speed might be good. We can always convert the sleeping quarters over to the front of the ship later, can't we?
Yeah, going high up and fast sounds way better than stealthy and low.
How you
I guess
guys doing on
I guess we could try to
funds?
soundproof a little bit inside, but I don't. It'd still be pretty noisy up on deck.
Oh, that
You
sounds
guys doing
great.
good with funds?
Yeah, we discussed. We're about 3/4 the way there, but I think we're about maybe halfway there when it comes to total cost with getting it not only patched, but I don't know. I gotta wait till the caravan gets here, and we can see what their
Man.
prices are.
Do you need more money is what I'm getting at.
Probably,
What
but
are you looking to get?
all the stuff that I wrote down in the list for Emus, but we can get it. We can get it whenever when they get here. We don't have to do it. I don't know what the price is right now, so even if I wanted to take money from you, I don't know how much it would be.
Well, when's the caravan supposed to arrive?
Oh, also completely ignoring your question, she goes, I was thinking there's kind of like a safety concern if you have a balloon up top. Like, what if it gets punctured or something? So you guys, it'd be more expensive, but what if we put those rune plates, surrounding again, it'd be probably noisier, but almost pointed down and, tiltable, so they would be pushing downward and forward at the same time.
The thought of just a balloon is kind of unsatisfying. Any other thoughts from the party?
And it'd be even more expensive, but I've heard that big cities, you can actually hire people to cast permanent levitation magic on like individual planks, completely removing like ship weight and stuff. Evidently, that's like what the top end stuff does. It's super expensive, but that's another option.
Nico, were you able to do anything? Not to derail,
What is
but
super expensive though? What's her idea of super expensive?
that's a good question.
I don't know, anywhere from like 10 to 20,000 gold.
Okay, that is a little bit expensive for what we've got.
Yeah, we'd have to, do 2 more dragon or goblin hordes, and we'd be so good to go.
Well, I mean, there's nothing saying that there's not more treasure within there, and they kept it all in one spot.
That's fair. What if could you use the? Oh, Nico, you were able to try to reanimate those dragon wings, right? From the dragon we killed.
He stares at you blankly. Dude, I actually haven't got to that yet. Sorry.
Well, what if you're going to use the levitation plates and point them downwards, and you're saying that's going to be pretty noisy? Why don't you use the dragon wings to try to pad them to dampen the noise?
He looks at you kind of confused. The noise would be from the expelling air of the gust spell on the rune plate. If we were doing levitation, that would be more expensive, but it would be much quieter. And then we could figure out some other form of propulsion or I was actually thinking about, do you know how billows work for fireplaces?
Yeah.
We could have some kind of rune spell inside a billow that stores up a large amount, and then on demand, if we had it levitating, again, this is the expensive option, but Tammy was kind of talking about it and convincing me. Um, we could on demand have a burst of power, and it would be quieter because it would be stored, and then we'd be able to refill the billows and
What
if it
have
would work. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of experience doing this stuff.
I kind of get an evil grin on my face. Have you ever heard of a bottle of what is it called? A bottle of water, never underwater or something?
Can't say that I have.
It's a magical item that you uncork it and just unleashes a flow of water that just like never stops. Anyways, I basically briefly described that concept to Nico. It'd be really cool if we come saw something or our travels that did something like that, but with air. That would help that with that.
His eyes get wide. Not to be presumptuous or anything, but does anyone here know how to summon an elemental?
Ema shakes his head.
No.
I do.
What?
He looks down and kind of looks a little ashamed for a second, but he goes, Martrill taught me a technique about manipulating, capturing, and storing spirits, including that of elementals. So if we were able to find or summon an air elemental, I would be able to bind its soul and its essence into. Well, I would need to buy a container suitable, but nonetheless,
No, what I can summon is my steed, and I can choose him to be an elemental, but I don't want him to be stored.
yeah, this would need to be an air elemental specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Amos looks around the party. I don't like the idea of a balloon. I kind of like the plate idea. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. A balloon seems pretty vulnerable. Like, I'm willing to save up and work towards being able to do that. Like the levitation and whatnot. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, let's do it quick and dirty for now, and then we can improve on it as we move forward.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
So we're wanting to do the air jets downward and backwards. Is that what we're
Yep.
going for now?
Yeah, so they'd basically be anywhere from a flat 180 degrees to like a 45-degree forward kind of deal. So they would be movable from.
Oh, so they're going to be like adjustable, like they're like on a mechanism that we can turn and steer.
Yeah, there would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plates. And then they could be tilted forward to like slow down rapidly, tilted down, tilted backwards. But yeah, they would need to be adjusted in ways. They would be controllable and adjustable, but they would need to be flown in a way that kept it aloft and moving forward.
Gotcha. Another presumptuous question for you too, Tammy and Nico. Well, she'll still be seaworthy after the modifications.
He furrows his brow. Yeah, I don't think the room plates are that heavy. It's just reinforced steel. Yeah, it should be fine.
Sweet. Well, looks like you guys got it. I mean, thanks for all the hard work you guys are doing.
Yeah, glad you guys are okay after what happened in the Grove.
Yeah.
Did we
Yeah,
lose
so
anything important or?
Yeah, that baby goblin. Oh, and I forgot to tell you about the amulet. I did a spell on there and did remove curse, and I do believe that I removed something, but I'm telling you, it's awful powerful. It was doing damage to me even after I removed the curse from it.
His tongue licks his fangs up front. It's just his teeth that you see, but you can tell it's where his fangs are in his other skin. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's definitely powerful.
All right. Well, I think we should get going, and you need to get back so that you can get this finished. If you need us, just holler.
Okay. Boogie, were you gonna say something?
Sounds like we're all agreed. Noisy, fast plates.
Yeah, for now, and then we're gonna eventually pay to change it over for more levitation. But like you can still use the plates to go fast, just levitation helps.
Nico tilts his head like he's listening. Hey, be careful today, guys. Something seems off. The wildlife has been pretty quiet. It's hard to hear through the wind, and that might be affecting it. But I haven't heard any. I haven't heard any wildlife today, which is unusual.
Real
Wonder if
quick,
the goblins are up to something.
Enos would like to observe the clouds and the wind and the moisture in the air and see what the weather's going to be potentially be like in the next hour.
You sound like you're underwater.
Okay, go ahead and roll a survival check.
Survival check, you got it. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to walk away for the dog real quick.
Nature.
8 plus 7.
Oh, nature would be better. Yeah, nature.
What? Andrew, I have 0 in nature and a 7 in survival. Why would you do that to
I'm
me?
sorry.
I rolled an 8. Wait, this is a wisdom check, right? Nature is
Maybe.
wisdom, right?
No.
Damn.
Yes. No. Let me
Oh,
look.
You
nature.
could make
Oh,
it
it's
a wisdom
intelligence.
nature check if you
It's
if the game
intelligence.
wants.
Let me look up that book to see which check it wants you to use.
It'd be
Do you have it,
imperative
Sam?
to survival to know what the weather is going to be tonight. If it's going to be hot or cold, I need to wear myself. It's not a tree or a plant or an animal. That's my thought process.
Okay, so the book is written. Make either an investigation or a perception check. So none of them will be thought.
Okay, so
No,
both of
you
them.
got it.
Jonathan, you're breaking up pretty bad.
I think Discord's having issues today. I've been noticing it earlier. It's happening to me too.
Investigation or perception.
Investigation or perception. Those are both wisdom, correct?
Yes.
Which means that I can use.
Well, investigation is intelligence.
Yeah, my bad.
Perception is wisdom.
That's correct.
Well, then I'm going to use perception then wisdom. When you make an wisdom, intelligence or wisdom check, your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills, and you make an intelligent or wisdom check related to it. So, plus 14 perception, plus my roll, 18, which is 32.
It gonna rain.
Amos is kind of like flick the air over a little bit and goes, "Hey, make sure that you guys are ready because there's some rain coming."
Ah, shit. All right, man. But hey, just seriously, be safe, because just got a bad feeling about today.
I'm gonna nod. After what happened today, I am definitely going to be listening to the
In
trees.
fact, with it raining, you think I should come with and we should stop working here?
Ooh.
Yes.
Player speak? I think yes. Yeah.
I think Tammy
With
should
his
come too. I just think I'm scared with the goblins. I don't know what they're gonna do to retaliate. I don't want her getting ganked.
So what are we doing? You guys want bringing Nico or what?
Yeah, Emus kind of nods. I wouldn't mind your company today, Nico. We haven't been traveling enough lately, and I'm sure Tammy would like to stretch her legs.
Tammy just nods. Goes, stretches him out. She looks over at Nico. You think we're gonna fight today? And he looks over. Some kind of instinct inside of me says yes.
Oh, I didn't want Tammy to fight. Did you say Tammy or Agatha was stretching?
Tammy.
Oh, that reminds me. Tammy, I'm gonna whisper to her, we have some goblins for the little guy.
Nice. That reminds me. And she pulls out of her pocket this little seed she has in her hands. And you watch as this little flash of green energy goes from her palm into the seed, and it begins blooming into this kind of like what are those? It's like the flower on top of an onion type deal. That like
Oh,
whatever that kind of looking flower is, like those kind of long, tall, white ones, forms in her hand.
interesting.
You finished the Druidcraft book.
She nods, all proud of herself. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know if the goblins are allergic to these things or what, but
We'll kill him with kindness.
she
Do you
looks
know
down and she
anything
goes,
about?
"No, but seriously, I would like to get some experience." What's up, Demas?
What do you know about goblins? Have you learned anything about them? I mean, what have you heard growing up and throughout your life about them?
To be honest, I don't know much other than what the guy used to get Mimi's food from. He seemed like a bit of an expert, but he'd always talk about them being vile, mean, vindictive little things.
That seems pretty accurate.
Yeah. Boogies are good as boy.
She smiles. Yeah, I hear he's not like most of them.
All right. Well, if that's that, then are the other townsfolk gonna stay here, or are they gonna head back to town?
Mr. Caldwell, you cool with me heading out? And he throws up his hands, exhausted. Oh my! I might charge you more. Go on. And he's gonna turn around and storm downstairs back to start working on that ship.
That's Bill.
That totally is Bill. You're right.
I can see Bill's hands up in the air, and then he puts his hands on his hips with his little scowl, and his hat's kind of
But at the same
Mr.
time, he's
Caldwell.
being super sweet. It's like okay with it, really.
yeah, yeah, but still exasperated a little bit because
I call out to Mr. Caldwell.
You call out to Mr. Caldwell, you said?
Yeah, I said, Mr. Caldwell.
Oh, I thought Boogie was gonna go. I call out to Mr. Caldwell.
No.
He turns around, frustrated. What?
I hear it's gonna rain in like an hour.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
there's
know.
work to be done. And he gives you a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sounds like you got it covered.
Well, and he looks up at the skies forming darker around him. Not really, but thanks.
All right, are we moving on then? The whole
Yeah,
group
let's go.
together?
I'm gonna be very sad if they all get slaughtered.
Don't worry. I'm very protective of our NPCs.
Who all gets slaughtered? Are you talking about the ship or Remington?
The ship.
I fell in the water.
Don't worry, we're waiting on GM or SIM. Yes, we're switching. Especially since we just revived Marie.
Hmm.
Oh, and that cauldron is gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. All of it's gone. There's a lot of stuff back there. If I had known that, if as a player I knew it was going to get destroyed like that, I would have stripped that place bare. There was so much cool stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We left one dragon scale there. And it's just like, oh, we just paid the ground.
The
I'm
dragon
so
scale? The
glad.
dragon scale!
That I grabbed those books.
Yeah.
As you guys head up to the, Rivington, it seems very quiet. And by the time you get there, rain begins to fall slowly at first and then heavily, bringing in a kind of cold wind with it. It sends a chill up your back.
When the rain starts, Emus is going to get kind of like a proud look on his face, like I did a thing.
If I was writing a book, this is the kind of weather I'd write before something really bad happened, Nico says.
Yeah. It has been a doozy of a day, that's for sure.
Hey, Nico, do you mind if we have a word real quick? Everyone else, you can feel free to move on. Just real quick, Nico.
Uh-huh. So we don't get to have words with Nico?
Oh,
What's your
you
passive
can.
perception?
Mine? It is a
Amos's?
17. Oh.
Mine. Oh. I rolled too. I don't know why. Pass through perception is 17.
You see Agatha walk away like she's heading with a group and then button hook and slide behind a bush, crouches listening.
Amos is going to
Oh, hey, Calamity.
oh, hey. I wanted to talk about your gut feeling. Today seems kind of ominous to me too. I was just, what do you feel? Like, can you elaborate any?
Well,
Do
I
does
don't hear
the
much
air?
wildlife, and he puts his foot on the ground. I thought maybe it was there was some kind of shaking going on a little bit before you guys arrived, and when you came and explained, I thought maybe it was the tremors from inside the grove, but still, I just the sound and this very faint feeling in the ground just feels
Like a horde
rhythmic,
of goblins.
and I keep smelling smoke, and I was suspicious that it'd be the town, but as we're getting closer, I see maybe 2 smokestacks going. I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling.
I'd
Something
like to,
in Abraham's body is sending chills down my spine.
I'm gonna sniff the air and kind of lap at the wind a little bit, and then I'm gonna kneel down and place my hand into the dirt. When I say place it into the dirt, I do that thing where I kind of like shuffle my hand to kind of cover it and get it down to firm contact, and see if I can smell an abundance of smoke or if I can feel any echoing rumbles.
Make a perception check.
Damn, 3.
At advantage, because it's your favorite terrain.
It's an urban area. It's not considered my terrain. Is this considered my terrain? I got forest, coast, and swamp. I don't think this does.
I'm just confused as how the area outside, right outside of that bridge, was your favorite terrain, but right here isn't near a house.
Oh, because like out there we were in the forest, right?
Yeah, I mean, this whole area is it's a pretty rural town, but yeah, if
Oh,
you roll
well, I
three
mean,
dice,
it's up to you. My favorite terrains are forest, coast, and swamp. What do you say? Does that fit one of
I
those
think
three?
that I think it's basically a very affluent, barely a village. Some people would, at this point, with how
Does this
unpopulated it
count
is,
as
call it a
forest terrain?
hamlet.
Does it count as forest
Yeah,
terrain? That's all it.
I would,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, good. Because my first roll is a fucking 3. Oh no! My second roll is a 1.
Super.
Yeah, you're not really picking up on anything. He's looking there, kind of
Wait,
awaiting
what?
an answer.
This was perception, right?
Yeah,
So my best roll was a 10.
yeah, you're not picking up on any of the
Oh,
tremors he's talking
all
about.
right.
You
Well, I'm gonna
smell
stand.
smoke, but there's smokestacks coming from the village.
It's normal. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stand up and without looking in her direction, go like, Agatha, have you sensed anything odd?
Uh, she comes out of the bush. The whole time, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
I shrugged. I mean, you have your reasons, I'm sure, but that's not important. Have you sensed anything odd about today specifically?
She shrugs. Nah, I'm feeling pretty good since I got the jelly rolls. I'm
Well,
good, man. I don't feel any fear. She gives you a half-hearted smile and a thumbs up.
What
could you
about
do me a
Ifrit?
favor?
Who?
Ifrit, the
Who's that?
uh, your other half.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. We'll confront that later.
You just, I love Kale. She's like, all right, whatever.
Well, I think we should all be keeping our eyes and ears and noses open for anything that's out of the ordinary today. I don't care how big or small it is. I think we all have a bad feeling, and it could be something obvious, and I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I wish my crow wasn't dead so I could have it circling and flying for us. Maybe
Emus
I
is
He
can
gonna
take
does
a
not
short
have a
rest.
bad feeling at all.
kind of grit his teeth and go, okay, sorry about that, your crow, your raven.
Raven. I need them to give him like a cool raven name so it sticks a little better.
All right. Well, Emus is going to go down to the group. All right. Well, thanks for talking to me. And like I said, I think we should be extra vigilant today.
Or you could go the other direction and name him Crow so you're always right.
Ah, you're
There you
smart.
go.
I like your thinking.
I like that too.
Kind of like the butterfly's name was Seagull with Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits. I
I
like
like
it.
it. I like it a lot too.
Its name is Crow.
Nico smiles and pats you on the shoulder. All right.
I'm gonna be really proud, hands on hips, like yeah.
Hmm.
I did it.
As Emus and Agatha, they kind of try to. She walks a little bit away from Clamacy and whispers to Emus. Any idea what this Ifrit thing is she's talking about?
Did I hear it?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
She's got like blind sense.
That's true. You have blind sense. Yeah, you hear all of it.
Okay, because I also rolled an 11 plus 7.
You would hear it within 30 feet of you. You hear it.
Heck yeah.
Are you doing anything, or are you just wanting to know if you hear?
I want to hear what your thing's gonna be first.
Oh, I'm gonna do this very carefully. Um, well, down in the caves, when you started, you went off your sweet rolls. During the heat of the fight, you seemed to kind of become someone else. And I don't mean just in emotions or personality. I mean, it seemed like you were becoming literally somebody else.
She looks at you, and her eyes go from one of your eyes to the other, back to the other, and she blinks, and kind of the water accumulating heavily on you guys now, soaking you. She goes, huh. Turns and keeps walking.
That's not normal. I call after her.
She just keeps walking. Is anyone else doing anything before you get into the village?
No.
Nope. Hanging out with Bezoit.
As you guys approach the village, who are you after? What are you going for here?
We want to make sure that the town is safe right
Well,
now.
I think we should either head into the town hall or to the tavern to regroup and figure out our plans. So, should we head to the town hall or the tavern? I vote tavern.
Of
I vote
course you
tavern
do.
too.
All right, everyone's headed to the tavern to get out of the rain and talk about what we're doing. Beep, oop,
Want a
control
memento?
click. You don't have to do me. I can teleport myself now. I know how to do it. It's super cool.
You're allowed to
Oh.
teleport me.
You can
I am
teleport
not.
me.
Shift and click on your token. Let go of everything and just move
I'm
your camera to where you want.
peeing.
I don't know where the tavern is.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was being helpful.
Okay, I'll bumble my way to the tavern. Come on, brain.
Am I getting warm?
Okay, sorry, I had to find my notes. All right, I'll drag everyone over now. Clamacy,
Oh,
Boogie, Agatha. John is here drinking.
I knew it.
Is John supposed to be a characterization of myself?
All right, so who am I missing? Oh, Bezoit.
No, you don't go to bars.
You know, that's very true. I've like been to a bar like less than 5 times in my life. That's very true.
That's a shame. Bars are pretty cool.
If I have someone to go with, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. Hey, welcome.
Hey, John, any those alarming bugs go off at all?
It was William, the innkeep,
Oh.
waving out to you. Sorry. John turns also and goes, "Hey guys."
On that note, actually,
I wave.
do you guys mind sitting here and discussing our next plans? I would like to run out and grab those alarming bugs so we don't leave them here by accident. And they don't seem to be doing any good here.
Yeah, I'm down. Go for it.
Yeah, especially since we saved out the mine. Cool. I'll be back. So Emus is going to saunter off into the rain again to go collect the alarming bugs.
All right, as you head out there, as you get there, you find them, and they are fine. And they are
Ominously, they're
undisturbed, and they are wet. And it looks like had they been out much longer, the weight of the water on the cloth would have triggered the trap. But you got to them before that could happen.
Oh boy.
The bugs are pushed about as much as they can be against the two glasses towards each other. All right. William walks over. Yeah, it's good to see you again. Is it the same as last time? Pork chop, apple mead, lentils, cheese, bread? I never forget.
That sounds delicious. After our journey, why don't we have a meal and a pint while we discuss our next steps, guys?
We just ate 2 miles ago. Oh, I guess we did sprint out of the.
Calamity is always hungry.
I'm a big girl. I like me some meat.
I gotta feed my muscles.
And if what Nico's saying, what we're walking into is pretty dire.
Old Caldwell girl dropped off a bit of her famous tea, if you'd like some.
Yes, please.
Runs a premium, I'll have you know. It's a hot commodity.
That's good. That's fine. You know we pay well.
He comes over and puts the. All right, 1 silver for the tea, please.
Are you
Very
just gonna
good.
rub a tab until we're done, or
Oh, yeah,
Just-
if you guys are going to stay, yeah, sure.
Just
yeah,
as
we
a
want a
note,
meal?
remember all the gold coins that we picked up, Emus still has in his pockets in his tunic. The bags of holding we picked up have everything else in that collection that we have not gone through, or maybe we did, but very briefly gone through yet. So you guys don't have any extra coins besides what you already have on you so far.
Correct.
I do. From the bags for the money that I put in, he already told me how much I had.
Sweet. I just wanted to make sure that we were all
Okay.
on the same page.
I have 59 gold pieces and 4 silver.
Tammy whispers over. Can I be on your guys' tab?
Tammy, you
Yes,
are
you're
part of our
the
team.
group.
You are absolutely on our tab. Tammy, how old are you?
She looks over. 4 boiled eggs and 4 pieces of pine nut bread and a tankard of mead, please. Turns and
Tammy,
looks at you. What?
how old are you?
How old are you?
I'm 20. How old are you?
Older than that,
Are you?
maybe.
Would you like a pint? You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
I thought she
Probably
just
not.
ordered a pint.
She did.
Oh.
I'll have another. I don't get out much. Mom didn't like me going to bars.
I just chuckle at her. I think one's a little good enough for you right now. Wait till you at least finish that one.
He counts out. Who all got the raspberry tea?
Calamity.
Bazoy.
No thanks.
And I look over at Emus side-eyed and go, Emus?
Emus is not there. He's out getting the orbs.
Oh, well, I see your wings.
Agatha. Tammy, you got to try it. They're raving about it. And she looks over. Is that okay? Could we? It'll be 2 silver.
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys really need to get in your heads that we are all on the same team now. We are
All right.
family.
Coming up. Tab at a half gold.
What was that last piece?
He
And a
says
half
half
gold.
gold.
Oh. Hey guys, I'll go ahead and pay for this time, okay?
Oh, that's very nice of you, John says.
Well, I wasn't including John in that equation. Are you hungry too, John?
I am. I've actually been thinking there's something I want to say to you. And he walks over. Smell a little bit like booze. As much as this week has been about Boogie, which Never thought I'd say it, but you're actually pretty decent.
Thanks.
I'm starting to think that you might be a symbol of hope, of changing times. And I just want you to keep that in your head moving forward.
Me?
You're the Dragonborn. And he raises his mead cup. To a new age. And he starts drinking from his mug. And William looks back and kind of rolls his eyes. He's on his 8th.
Maybe some dinner will help it out. Won't you give him a plate of food too, John? On me.
Gives a thumbs up. I might need to get out a writing utensil and write it down. I got it. And he looks back, gives a wink, like he's joking. Well, Tammy sits down. Agatha sits down. You look out, and it seems very dark. It's about probably 2 p.m. now, but it seems very dark in the day. And you watch as the alleyway out here actually lights up. Thunder rumbling in the distance.
Just let me know when I make it back to the tavern.
You're back now. You probably walk in like as the flash happens.
And,
You guys
Emus
see
is
the
gonna.
silhouette of
Not the
Emus in the
cold
doorway.
entrance.
It's perfect for me. Emus is gonna step through the door at the flash of lightning and go. It was a dark and stormy afternoon. Kind of like waiting for anyone to react.
Yeah, Boogie laughs.
Agatha rolls her eyes, and Tammy is happy to be out of the interrogation from Bezoit. Hey, Enos.
Emus is gonna walk up to the table and he's going to place the alarming bugs down at the table. There you go. Just like I said, I have been testing them. I
And
have
I'm gonna
kept to
look
my
over at him.
word.
And
Babies! And she reaches out and grabs them. And she's gonna pull them apart, and they go this god awful noise, and everyone like in the bar covers their ears, and she puts them back together. Sorry. They still work.
Well, I have been using them in this town to cover up and trap a possible entrance that the goblins might have been using to steal food stores, and they have been working like a charm.
I see. So we just ordered some food and a pint of ale and some tea. Emus, you want some of that special tea?
Emus is gonna kind of look around at the empty table in front of him. You didn't order for me? Absolutely, bring it on.
He hasn't brought our food yet, buddy. He's getting it all together. But I figured we'd fill our bellies up one last time before we decide what we're going to do. I mean, the town seems to be safest right now. I think we need to head back to the caves. What's the group say?
Do you think we should need to deal with them?
Probably the town needs to know that their stance should be to defend themselves.
Their stance shouldn't need to be to defend themselves if we go handle it.
How is everyone looking? Tammy has 1 health potion. How's everyone looking?
I have 53 health.
Maybe as we're sitting here at the tavern taking a short rest, we should roll some hit die.
I would like to use that to get my Raven Crow to come back.
Okay, so
I've
as
had
you're
2
sitting
long
there,
rests since the last time I took any damage.
I would have him do it on my shoulder, like land on my shoulder.
seemingly from nowhere, you just see moments away from her shoulder this shadow emerge into a raven and nestle on her shoulder. And John looks at it and kind of bobbles his head back and takes another swig of beer. Wow. You guys are on a different caliber than when I was an adventurer.
We're special.
William comes around from the barkeep. All right, I got pork chop, Apples, who got the apples? Mead. Here you go. Tammy raises her hand. I got lentils, cheese, bread. Here's your tea's coming out with a big platter of stuff.
I'd like to ask him what else he has.
I can use a hit die to replenish spell slots, right?
No. Unless
Okay.
you have. There's some classes that can get spell slots back, like with Arcane Recovery.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
I don't believe you can. Roasted deer, boiled mutton, rye biscuits, acorn bread and boiled grouse, salted pheasant, stewed hare, artichoke.
Stewed hare, please, and artichoke.
All right, 10 copper. I'm putting it on tab. He heads back, starts cooking it up. And the attention shifts from Tammy and Agatha to Emus, who had said something about planning, or whoever had said something about planning.
And it is just druids and wizards that can do that. Okay. Well, as we briefly discussed before, I think our best course of action right now would be to see if we can't utilize the remaining goblins war parties to go out into with us into the mist to try to rescue our fellow adventurers. Trying, Amos is like stumbling over his words, like trying to be vague about that last part.
There's something happened since last time. You guys seem a little worried about stuff.
Well, I mean, of course you would be worried if you. Well, never mind.
No, never mind. I'm very interested.
And without like really giving it much attention, Amos is gonna push his jug of mead towards him and keep talking. So, what does everyone think? Should we try to?
He slaps the mead and it falls into the ground. He leans forward on the table with his elbows. I'd like to know. It's my town, isn't it?
I'm gonna look towards Calamus, Bezoy, Boogie. I'm gonna look around at everyone, see if I can get nods of approval or disapproval.
I'm gonna nod my head slowly.
Approval or disapproval?
Nodding is yes. Shaking is no.
I would shrug my shoulders and say, why not? I think it's only fair.
Agatha looks confused and looks around what are we doing? What's up?
And for good measure, Tammy, does she even notice?
Tammy can't really see because she's chugging a mead right now, and the mug of the mead takes up her whole face when it's at her mouth level, covers all
Gotcha.
of her eye.
So Amos is going to take a deep breath and turn to John. Well, actually, no, he's not. He's going to look over at William. Is William in earshot?
He's currently behind there making some stewed hare.
William.
Turns.
As a proper tavern owner, I suppose that we can trust you to keep city business within city business.
What?
Okay, good talk, William. I just wanted to let you know that this is fantastic, and I'll make sure to leave you an extra silver for it because it's wonderful.
He walks over. I couldn't hear. What's up?
Amos kind of shakes his head. Well, we're having sorts of bouts of private township meeting going on here. Can we trust you to be a respectable tavern owner and not relay what's discussed here between us?
Yeah, but not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna listen more now that you make it all suspicious.
Oh, as a player, fuck you. Anyway. So, all right.
He leans in. So what are we talking about?
Well, maybe it'll be good to have someone of the town who's in a clearer state of mind to listen in and give their opinion on anyway. Amos is going to turn back to John. John, there is a troubling mist to the north, is there not?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, we are concerned about its impact on your town. We would hate for it to bring harm to your people, and we do believe it
It
is
won't.
harmful. What do you mean?
Why would it? We're stuck at the forest line up north. Hasn't moved further south.
For how long?
He looks over at William. Probably about 6, 8 months now.
So it crept up and stopped where it sits right now.
Oh, crept is it was pretty sudden.
So less of creeping, more of appeared.
Yeah, we lost a couple kids. Family heading up there. Haven't heard back from them since.
William, as the fine proprietor of this tavern, have you ever had any patrons come through that shared stories or talked rumors about the mist?
Just rumors. Every single person
And?
that's gone in hasn't come back. Some people say there's werewolves. Other people say they hear little kids laughing.
Has there been any talk about this happening before?
He raises his eyebrow. Well, it is the elven wood. They're not, how should I put it? They have a lot of mishaps throughout the years. And in my life, elves haven't been very active, but from the stories I've heard, Command Thor's been the wood of wonder.
Well, I have a theory that goblins are not your issue. In fact, they are a result of a greater issue that's plaguing your village. Your village has a local group of
He
adventurers
raises
like
his
us.
eyebrow. He says, well, the Shadow patrols aren't avoiding us because of the mist. It's because of the goblins.
Oh. Right. But there have been others that lived in the area that fight for good and might help be protecting the roads, and I fear that they are in danger. They could help your town, and you could probably help them at this point.
Ah, that was good, Tammy says, slamming the mug down.
What I'm saying is, the local kind of just given up on secrecy. The children of Shantae, they need help, and we can't deal with both the goblins and the mist at the same time. We have come up with the idea of possibly using our good companion here, Boogie, and what a great friend of mine, of trying to lead them into the mist to deal with whatever is causing it and restore some semblance to balance to the area.
The chosen, the what of Shantae? The what?
That's a made-up name. It's something I came up with. They're local druids that live in the area.
And they're in danger?
I kind of look around for some support.
What did
Agatha
he
goes,
just ask?
yeah,
If the
dude,
go-
didn't he just
if
said that, dude? Didn't you hear him?
druids were in danger?
Yeah, yes, if they were in danger. And Agatha's acting like he's an idiot. Tammy's sitting there awkwardly kicking her feet, looking around. John stands up abruptly, walks over. I don't know what you're talking about, but there are other town matters we need to consider. The convoy's on its way with trade from Shadowdale, and well, I've had too much to drink, he says, throwing the mug down. I feel you guys' earlier communications with them might have caused them to send more higher ups. And, well, the thing is, I haven't really been paying Rivington's taxes. And he looks around at the group.
Does that mean that could that be one of the reasons why they're not helping patrol your roads
No,
and
fuck no.
tradeways?
I'm not paying taxes because they're not patrolling the roads. Why would I pay for some fucking service that they don't provide? Fuck them. But the issue is, if they find out, I'm fucked.
Not paying taxes to who?
He looks over at you. Shadowdale.
I was gonna reach out to cast Lesser Restoration on John to help sober him up, and then I saw it was a level 2 spell, and I was like, no, fuck that.
Nico comes ambling in, soaked, looking worried.
Oh, Nico, where you been?
Just listening.
Out in the rain?
Strongest thing you've got, please. William.
Why are you so shaken?
I am still coming to terms with the senses in my body. I don't know what's happening, but something. I'm unsettled. Please, just something for my nerves, please. And William heads back to the bar.
I'm gonna kind of mutter out of the corner of my mouth towards him, so that at least John and William don't hear. If you need to go stand in the corner, I can find a admirable excuse for you.
He turns and looks at you. He says, "You don't feel the shaking, the trembling at all?"
No.
Feels like it's getting closer. All right. Just sorry to ruin the mood, guys. Enjoy, please. He's gonna go sit in the corner. Your mic's off.
If he came over by me, which he did, I would like to talk to him and ask him like if there's a general direction that he felt the tremors maybe coming from and getting closer from.
He
Good
nods.
call.
Could you tell me which way so I can send my crow to try to scout and see if it sees anything? I believe I can see through its eyes too, so I can also look.
But Emus is gonna kind of cough for a second. Boogie, have you seen your owl around?
He looks over at Boogie and Emus, or at Calamacy. Northwest.
Okay.
For sure, northwest.
Yeah,
That's where the mist is.
let me go make sure he's around.
And William brings back something kind of green liquid that smells very, very strong and sets it down.
Does it smell
There you
like
go.
licorice?
A bit.
Oh, then it is absinthe.
Yes, it is absinthe.
It's
Called
only while
it.
it's in 100 feet of me that I can see through its eyes.
No, but you can give it a command and send it out to go do something, and then come back and find you to tell you what it saw.
So, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
you
do
could
the
straight up
same.
ask that motherfucker to fly to another city and then like pester somebody until it realizes like what's going on, if
Nico
someone
looks
might
at the both
recognize
of
it.
you. Maybe we should split up tasks. Have someone do more of a focus and one more of a perimeter general.
Okay, because I can do bee speak too, so I can actually talk to it.
I haven't heard. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But
We'll come back with
out of
it.
character, Boogie, what is your range with it?
Oh, it's exactly the same. I can
Okay.
order it to do things. It can communicate with me telepathically for 100 feet.
EMS being the ranger is going to try to turn. Well, the owl has sharp eyes, especially when it's darker out, and a great sense of hearing.
You're right. It's good at that.
No offense. Looking directly at the raven and kind of bowing my head. I think the owl should go out on this specific, and the raven should do general.
Okay.
I need you both
So,
to make
how
per.
about
Oh, go ahead.
how about the owl tries to find where the sound is coming from, the tremors, and the
And Crow.
Raven, and Crow
Crow.
checks out the in that direction to see if there's goblins along the path to the mine.
Okay. Maybe doing like a spiral circle out, just looking in general towards that direction, but maybe more oval shape.
Okay, sure.
Nico looks over at the open doorways and waves his hand, and you guys see two solid oak doors appear in both areas. And he walks over. While they're doing that, maybe we should get a group of some of the inventory you guys were talking about. It seems like we're kind of disorganized, and we should have our T's crossed and I's dotted before anything happens. And he looks very serious and worried. A new side of Nico that is unfamiliar. As you get closer to the door, Boogie, it's just an illusion. You could walk right through it. It's just if anyone was looking in, they wouldn't be able to see in. They'd have to go through the illusion to see.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and send the owl on its mission.
Okay, Clancy, are you doing the same? As you
Yep.
walk out into the rain, both of you, you kind of getting this wet fur smell as the rain soaks you. Boogie and Clancy, you guys both let go. As the rain soaks your clothes, where's that reef flute that you got? Is it in a bag of holding, or do you have it in your gear somewhere?
No, I
Some
put it in
kind
my
of
bag of
clam?
holding, but I at one point want to look at it and inspect it.
You didn't put
Okay,
it in
so-
some kind of clam bag?
No, that's the talisman. We're talking about something else.
Oh,
As you send out your owl and crow, go ahead and make a perception check for both for me, please.
Okay.
Are you gonna name your owl, Boogie?
it's already named.
Raven.
It's
11.
Ollie.
I'm just joking.
19 for me.
Okay. And as it flies out, it kind of beckons to your conscience.
I cast Beast Speak as well.
Right now?
That's just whenever. I can do it whenever. It's an invocation.
How long does it last?
Oh.
Doesn't really say.
So, in invocation, you can do it whenever you want. Last 10 minutes, probably, just like Ema says, I would assume.
It says you can cast Speak with animals at will without expending a spell slot.
It's one of the warlock invocations.
It has a duration of 10 minutes unless it's unique for warlocks.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
And when it ran out, I would just tap again.
If you want.
So, the raven turns, floats, and looks at you, and you hear it say, "So, where exactly am I going?"
So was the direction of the mines more west?
I got
No.
no idea.
Not you.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Nico said he felt from the northwest.
Yeah, but we were sending Boogie's owl more specified that way. Unless you were saying you wanted them both to go that way. I was sending Crow towards the mines.
Yeah, I'll go whichever way you
Gotcha.
want. Just let me know. I was going to
West.
ask if you want me going down in the cave or what. It was kind of like, am I looking out at the entrance or what's going on?
He's testy.
I would say you're just looking all around. I wouldn't say necessarily go into the cave.
Yeah, no problem. You got it, sugar. And he flies off.
Can we hear her talk out loud to
Yeah.
Crow?
Yeah.
Oh. But
Though
don't we-
on your end, you would see her probably going like,
Oh, okay.
Jeez. She
No,
couldn't
I'm
smoke
just joking.
telepathy.
I think it's just normal speak and they can understand it. I'm just messing with you. They come back in. So the Raven was a 19, you said, and what was Ally's perception?
11.
Okay, they fly out and begin doing their thing. Cutting back to the scene of Nico kind of wanting to do an inventory check here.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
He looks over Jonathan. And John turns, Jonathan, how many arms do you have in this city or in this village? How many people are able to swing it? Who's capable and who's not? And he looks down and, are you expecting something? And Nico, without missing a beat, just looks at him dead and goes, yes. And John starts looking around. Well, we probably got maybe, with my cane, 1, 2, 4. 4? No, yeah. 4 short swords, 1 long sword.
What about the ones locked up right now?
The Milligans.
Yes.
What about them? You want to let them go so they can fight? What are we talking about? Is something happening?
Uh,
I feel like we should follow Nico's intuition here. If they are capable of fighting, I think they should be ready to.
he feels tremors in the ground of something approaching. And the animals have been very silent today, which gives an ominous feel.
So on your word, you want me to let Robert Milligan out of jail? The man who
Oh.
tried to kill you.
No, I don't know about letting Robert out. He tried to get the Nevermind.
I'm not asking you to let them out. I'm asking if they're capable of fighting. That's all.
Why do I feel like everyone's keeping fucking secrets from me? And he slams the table with his fist.
Well, they were planning on escaping with the Donahues, but we found the Donahues dead.
The Donahues are dead.
Yes.
And he was what? He was escape. What? What's an accusation? Is that?
It's not an accusation. Who had that note?
I did. I handed it over.
This was on one of their bodies.
And his eyes get wide. Fucking Milligan. I'll see him hung for this.
Might not have to. Nico, can you let us know what you think is going on?
We don't have time. Dump the bag. We need to see what's usable.
Which bag?
Whichever one had all of the trinkets and stuff. I think that was Bezoit's bag. And the remaining of that gold.
Okay, so Emus just has gold coins on him, so he's not going to bother.
Bezoit, were you the one with all of the trinkets?
Yes. Are you there, Bezoit?
Sorry, I was talking. I was muted. I don't have the trinkets. I only have the gold.
No, you do. You do. You for sure have the. You slid in the clockwork amulet, the coin of Delvine, the spice pouch, the key, the crab.
Yeah, you came in after me to clean up.
I could have sworn that was Emus that grabbed all that stuff because I
Nope.
don't have any of that written down.
So as
All right,
you,
so I
you
open
dumped
it up anyways. Yeah, I open it up and begin to pull all that out, leaving most of the gold coin as I can in the bag so as to not show how much we have.
He looks through it, kind of rummaging through. John and the other guy look wide-eyed as all the gold comes following out with it. Wow. And Nico looks down. I think only one of these would be useful right now. And he grabs a hold of the amulet and then looks at the crab, grabs that one too. You could probably put everything back.
I'm gonna say, what sort of things are you looking for? What would be helpful?
Anything. I think there's a very large amount of people coming our way.
I've got, and then I'm gonna hold up my. Arrows of swapping and the dart of teleportation. I've got these.
While I'm in my bag, I'm going to hand Tammy the Shield of Shields to help protect her.
His eyes roll back in his head as he begins casting Identify on the 2 items.
On my two?
No, on the 2 he has the Clockwork Amulet and
Oh.
the. Okay. He opens his eyes. This one? Useful. Who's not wearing an amulet? He raises the Clockwork Amulet.
I don't think any of us are.
Yeah.
Buttons raise his hands.
And he explains to you that, well, he's just going to say, I don't know how, but this is from the realm of Mechanus. It seems like you can, without needing to attune to it, use it to forgo the chances in combat and just take a true strike.
What's that mean?
You can't miss.
So what it means is once used, once per day, you can forego rolling a d20 and just take a 10 on the roll, plus whatever modifiers.
I like to pull out that flute and start looking at it, because that's the only thing I'm not sure about. Nico, do you think you could see if this is anything special?
Burning up energy, but yes,
Hmm.
no. I'll look. It's fine. It's fine. They're low level.
I'd have that amulet go to Emus.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
I think it should go to like Bezoit or Clemency. Or even,
I
I
have
think it should.
100.
The rest of us would benefit more from rolling higher generally. Actually,
Yeah, I have
you
a
might be
plus
right.
11 to attack.
I have a plus
I'm
11 as
pretty
well.
good.
Yeah,
Just let me know who's taking it, and then put that in your inventory.
I already have an amulet.
I think Bezoit should take it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can you repeat, Michael? I was reading about my emerald ring I want to give to Tammy.
It's posted in the 7
Thank you.
stars, the clock amulet you were receiving.
I would like to give the emerald jumping ring to Tammy.
She reaches out. Thank you so much. What does it do?
This one allows her she can cast the jump spell as a bonus action at will, but she can only target herself to do it. And when she makes a high jump, she can leap in the air in a number of feet equal to 3 plus her strength modifier.
Her eyes get wide. I'm going to be a frog princess.
Chuckle.
Okay, I see what the amulet does now, and I see why you wanted to give it to me. All right. Well, I'll leave it up to Bezoit if she wants to keep it or give it to me.
Man, he's got this little teeny tiny print for an old lady who doesn't read.
Click the picture.
I did.
Oh, the copper amulet contains tiny interlocking gears and is powered by magic from Mechanus, a plane of clockwork predictability. A creature that puts an ear on the amulet can hear a faint ticking and whirring noise coming from within. When you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling a d20 to just have a d10, basically, or just have a 10 on the die. Once you use the property, can't be used again until the next dawn. So basically, you can use this once a day to, instead of rolling a d20, just take a 10. So the
No, I'll
reason
go
they
ahead
want,
and give that to Emus.
yeah, the reason they wanted to give it to me is because both Calamus and I have a plus 11 to our attack roll. That means that we would roll a 21 every time.
Gotcha.
So unless you had a really high attack roll,
I only have plus 6, so.
Yeah, so that means you'd get 16 on it when you used it, just flat out.
Well, 6, 8. So yeah, you're good.
Okay, I guess he mistakes it.
Also, just like future reference, when you click on the picture and then there's that little open original, that opens to a browser and it makes it a little easier to read and you're able to zoom in and whatnot.
Mine does not say that. Oh, I see that underneath of it. Ah, now I can read that. Thank you.
Yeah, because I couldn't read it just clicking on it either.
Thank you.
And this, he says, holding the crab-sized thing that's like the size of a dinner plate, is a Vox Seeker.
What?
Oh, what's that mean?
It's a Vox Seeker. It's it's a Vox Seeker.
Fox as in Fox?
He begins winding it up, and it
What's a
begins
Vox?
in his hand. You see this little crab robot with legs sprout out, and this robot little thing contraption runs up to his side, and he looks at it and he says, "Go hang on the ceiling right above me, and do so for 10 seconds, and then fall down into my hand." And it crawls up onto the ceiling, holds there, and as you count, it's literally exactly 10 seconds, and then it falls down, and he catches it. And it begins, and he turns the thing, kind of speeding up the, and then it stops working again.
So it's like setting a trap to
it's a
hurt
little-
someone.
It's a little construct. Doesn't do much damage, but here. And he winds it up. Bite me and shock me. And it bites down, and you see this spark of electricity shock into his hand, and he takes.
Why? You don't need to hurt yourself in order
He
to
takes
demonstrate.
two piercing damage and 3 lightning damage. Yeah, so it's not super duper strong, but it's definitely a nuisance. And he's gonna shut it off again. Anyone want this?
That might be able to take out a goblin by itself.
Let me see. That sounds like up your street.
It needs specific instructions, but it's a handy little tiny
Oh.
construct.
Are you sure Tammy wouldn't like a construct to help protect her?
Ooh, maybe.
I think she would get the most mileage out of it.
I agree.
Oh, important note. If you didn't initiate the Vox Seeker, do not talk in its vicinity. It does have voice lock and will attack the nearest voice within 60 feet.
Regardless of who said it and whether who said it has allies.
He nods.
So that's why you hurried its countdown down.
He nods again. So, the way that works, Vox Seeker must move toward and attack the source of the nearest voice within 60 feet of it to the exclusion of all other targets for as long as it remains operational. That's where it gets its name, Vox Seeker. Vox being voice.
So if we had said something while it was on the ceiling, would it have ignored your command?
Yes.
How long does it last once you've wound it up?
Give me 1 second. If you don't twist it, you can set it for anywhere between 1 minute to 10 minutes.
Wow!
Do you
Bazoi?
want it? He reaches
Clemency,
out and hands
Boogie?
it to you. You seem impressed with it, Boogie. Do you want it?
I'm surprised with that amount of time. I still think that Tammy would get the most mileage out of it.
he looks down at his feet and it seems like his eyes widen. It's getting worse. He's going to toss the Vox Seeker to Boogie, like just straight up toss it. But so wait, put all this away.
I'll put him
He
in
turns. He's going to turn, and as he does so, the raven and the owl both return, flying through the illusion. It's been about 10 minutes since they left.
Oh, that does not bode well. What is happening?
And you hear the raven say, "It's not good."
Okay.
What's exactly not good? What'd you see? You little New Yorker.
Definitely lots of tracks, and they was goblins for sure.
That's what I feared.
Do they
Yeah.
look like they're moving on the town?
And I'll just wait till you hear what Ali's got to say about it.
Oh
How come
no.
everybody knows the owl's name now?
Well, I
Well,
believe
Ali-
you had told us.
No, he
Ali
didn't.
told
I told the
Owl-
DM.
Owly told Crow because Crow told Owly his name.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, like, what did my owl say to me?
Are you like telepathically linking with what it sees?
Yeah, sure.
As you do so, you see a formation coming from the northwest, and you see up front on a large white warg in plate armor riding very confidently and steadfastly a hobgoblin trotting with two on his left and one on his right, other goblins who are on regular wargs. And then you see a formation of warg riders behind them. And then behind them, you see tons and tons of goblins, chippering, chattering, and walking. Some beating on drums and some messing around, blowing some horns. Yes, and I saw some position out around not too far out of town, so it seems like they got this all planned. And he's gonna hop up on your shoulder. He's like, "Oh, and next time you have me touch an amulet, let me know what's gonna hurt me first, okay?"
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine, but we got to build a relationship.
I know.
So the goblins are definitely attacking. They're in a huge formation.
From what direction?
From the northwest.
Northwest.
We need
I'm gonna-
to
Well, they're
secure
also
the city as
surrounding
best
the
we
town.
can. And I guess I didn't really hear what the crow said, that there are scouts everywhere.
I'm gonna turn to John. What is John's reaction right now?
He's wide-eyed and looking down at the mug he threw on the ground, wishing he hadn't drank so much.
John, do you have an alarm bell in the city? For a town?
We have a bell in the market, yeah.
Toss me the keys. Toss me the keys to the jail cells. I'm gonna turn to Calamacy. Calamacy, do you think you guys can get the alarm bells rung, muster the people, and we can start organizing something? I'm gonna go get the guns and rally them for their defense.
And what about Milligan's rifle? You gonna give him that?
I want to turn to John. I'm gonna give them anything that they need to defend this town.
Lightning strikes. In the distance, very, very, very faintly, and only catching it because Nico twists his head, you hear the faintest sounds of
Warhawk. horns.
We gotta get the alarm up. Someone quick. I can go do it if someone wants to go take care of the McGilligans. We need every hand to the front.
Yeah, I would also put out a cautionary warning that they have patrols on the outskirts of the city, so running would be not smart.
What do you mean running would not be smart?
They would most likely be caught and killed by the outlying zombies. Or
We
not
don't-
zombies, I'm sorry, goblins.
We don't
Who-
evacuate people. We
No, we're not trying to evacuate people. We're trying to rouse a town and get them to come together.
No,
Like,
for sure.
when-
I just
Oh.
wanted to
Just
put
leave.
that information out
Gotcha.
as well.
and start running off to the bell.
Okay, so you're doing the bell. Do I have the key for the dungeon?
John fumbles through his clothes. Yeah, I'll head back to my house and grab my cane. I've still got a little bit of fight left in me.
While you're running out to your house, recall anything the city must or this town might still have in defense-wise. And make sure everyone knows not to fire a shot until said so. I'm gonna run off to the dungeon.
He runs off to his house. As you head down to the dungeon, you walk in. It's right here.
I ring the bell.
Dum, 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 dum. People begin kind of looking out their windows, coming out of their house. You see, as you head down to the jail cell, Milligan running by now with his cane. He gives it a flick, and lightning comes striking down as you watch it illuminate his cane as it transforms into a longsword, a remnants of his adventuring days, and he runs forward towards Amanda's general location, yelling out to the town, "Get up! Arm yourselves! This is not a drill!" Dun, 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 people kind of screaming. You hear "Ah!" coming from the southwest down towards kind of like the cave area from where the market is. People begin kind of coming out of their houses. A arrow comes flying in from the distance from the southwest, hitting the stone and lodging itself into the brick. The flame on the arrow dying from the heavy rain.
Zoid, what are you
Rivington
doing?
is under attack.
What do you mean? What am I doing?
But this is actually where we're going to end tonight's session.
No. I was asking what you were doing because I felt like we had like an opportunity to try to like, oh, we got some critical information. Let's run out and do what we can like for our, like a round. So I was gonna see if you had any ideas of something you could do.
Yeah, you absolutely can. So in this little brief period, the amount of time it would take, I mean, we can roleplay a little bit of it out, but we're definitely going to wrap up if everyone's cool with that.
I mean, no, but yes.
I am not looking forward to this.
I am.
Amos is gonna get on top of a house and just freaking
Yeah,
go hog wild.
that's exactly what I was thinking about doing. I mean, it would be a bad idea though, because like some of the houses around here are thatched with like grass and stuff, and they just set it afire. I'd be kind of SOL'd.
So as you come into the jail cell, you see the whole Milligan family is behind this in this jail cell.
Want to roleplay this real quick?
Sure, give me 1 second.
Okay. I'm down.
Okay, so as you walk in, you see them kind of somberly sitting there. They look up. Oh, it's you.
Do they not seem to be reacting to the bell tolling or anything?
The boys are like looking out the window. but the father seems kind of in a depression, and the wife seems kind of worried about him. He seems kind of muted to the surroundings.
I'm gonna stare down the Milliken. The father. What was the father's name?
Robert.
Robert. I'm gonna stare down Robert. Robert, I've come to give you a choice today.
He looks up, his face looking pretty scraggly from just a couple days.
You have 3 options before you. You and yours die in the cell without ever even facing trial. Or 2 options, I'm sorry, 2 options. Or you come out and fight alongside us and end the trial by combat in defending this town. Me and my own, and you and your own, possibly live to see another day.
What's going on? Why do you speak this way?
Doesn't matter how I speak this way, I'm giving you a choice.
He looks back at his boys. I obviously take the second.
I'm gonna stare at him really intently, kind of fingering my bow a little bit. So I can trust you to fight for this town, not against it.
I don't know why you would trust a man that put a hole in your chest, but if this town is in danger, I'll give my life for it. That's what the mayor should do.
How would I respond to that?
Good enough for my government work. Let's go.
I mean, you're not wrong. I know. I want to say something more along the lines of it's going to be like this isn't us setting you free to do what you want. This is okay. I want you to understand. This is not a forgiveness of your crimes. You will go out there and you will fight, and you will stand trial for what you have done. But the difference is, if we
Don't lecture me on righteousness, boy. I said I was willing to die for my town, and I meant it. And he looks at you, and you see he's very earnest and intense.
Emus is going to snarl back. But I need to know what is part of your town.
Closes, he like winces his eyes at you. Are you asking me if I'll die for that gob of yours?
Emus is going to pull his bow out off of his shoulder and kind of hand it up and kind of stare at it for a second. Pulling the string a little bit tight a few times. Well, I'm going out there ready to die for anyone who fights by my side. I'm going to turn and give him a serious look.
He looks at you and says, I give you my word, I'll die for you, a man of righteousness and forgiveness. Your friend? I can't make any guarantees.
With an expression of brief concern that kind of flashes over, I'm going to look over towards his wife and go and say, something, I'm going to say, if I see you so much as try to stab one in any of my comrades' backs. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. If I so much as see as you slipping a knife into anyone's backs who's working to defend this town and the families here and the people who here are loved, including you and your own, I will have no problem ending the trial preemptively.
He puts his hands up defensively. Hey, if your gob is as leashed as you claim he is, we won't have any problems. But if he gets his disgusting paws on any of the children, the women, even the men in this town, I'll spear him through the heart.
I'm going to go to unlock the door.
Ding, ding, ding,
I'm going to go to unlock the door. While I'm unlocking it, I'm going to turn to the boys. Boys, protect your mother. Make sure she stays safe. So I'm going to turn to Robert. Robert, you're sticking with me.
You hear that faint scream.
I want before I open the door, I want to see their reactions. Does the boys look agreeable? Does Robert look agreeable?
The boys turn their eyes. You see the youthful energy of adrenaline, ready to fight. They're ready to defend their town.
What about Robert's response to what I just said?
He's looking at you cautiously and studying you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and throw the door open, and we'll go when it's time to do that. I think that could have gone worse. Could have gone better, but it could have gone worse.
Clemency Boy Bezoit Boogie. Boogie, are you continuing to ding 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 ding?
No, that was enough. Like a freaking half a minute of it, 1 minute.
Yeah, it's
When
been
I
about a
saw
minute.
John run by, I'm gonna go over to catch up with him. I bring my bow out. I'd like to be near to him to.
Okay. He's actually currently headed this direction right here. He's heading towards the church.
Okay.
Bezoit, are you following the same as your token? Clemency, are you all following John?
I was gonna go, yeah, toward the northwest.
Northwest. Yeah, I was going northwest.
As you guys head down towards the church and your feet get onto the grass, you can actually feel now what Nico was talking about as this kind of shake in the earth from this army approaching rumbles.
Definitely with Warg Riders, don't run out into the open fields. Like, you want to stack up behind a wall or have something. And if you have ranged weapons, now's the time to throw what you have before they approach to engage with ranged or with melee. So think a little bit tactfully.
Amanda comes out from the church holding her son. Sean, what's going on? And he shakes his head. It's not good. Come on, bring the boy. And they're gonna turn and head that way. And this is where we're gonna end tonight's session. The John and Amanda and the daughter coming from the church, coming kind of consolidating towards the bell in the middle of the market, the most defensible area there. And we will pick up next week with the invasion and trying to save the villagers and the village.
Well, today took a fucking turn.